Hello, everyone. You are welcome. We are so happy to have you on board today. We are excited that you came, and we are looking forward to having an amazing time with you. And we are looking forward to having you. We see a number of people already in the room, and we want to start on time and make sure we end up on time. So, if you don't mind, we are happy to know who is in the room. So people can use the Q&A session to tell us who is here, your name or something, so that we know who is here. So it's if you want to use the Q&A session, just mention your name and tell us why your organization will be happy to know who is here.
Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Apolline, I think you can start our slideshow. Hi, Nadia. Welcome, welcome. Folks, keep letting us know where you are from, where you're joining us from. Please put in your name and where you're joining us from. So happy to see you all. We're going to give folks a bit of time to settle in and join us. And then, Anzoa, welcome. Where are you joining us from? Let us know. Hi, Konyema from Sudan. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Kahaso from Kenya. I see Kamal from Ghana. Kweku, hello. Morina from Namibia. Hello, our dearest Nadia from Nairobi. Nice to see you. Fiona from Gulu. Oh, one of my favorite places. Nice, nice, nice. And we said again, Konyama from Sudan. So we have such a nice mixture of folks from all over. Abu, our dearest Abu from right here in Accra with BOA, welcome. Mathis, hello. Let us know where you're joining us from. Oh, Kadiatu from Mali. Hello, my sister. So happy to see you here. Rosalind, hello. Oh, we have so many old friends I can see who have joined us for this. Mathis, you're from Liberia. Oh, wonderful. I hope all is well in Monrovia, if that's where you are. Nancy from Kampala. Oh, we have such a wonderful mix of folks from all over the continent. And I also, folks have also recognized where they're from on the Q&A. We have Kamal Dean right here in Accra with us. Our dearest Ima Budu Ado right here from Cabinet Secretariat here in Ghana. Rebecca from Lugazi in Uganda. Oh, wonderful. So keep them coming. Joanna from Namibia, welcome. Jeruto from Kenya, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's just so nice to see this. What a lovely, lovely mixture. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. We're allowing folks to come in and settle as we invite you to say hello and where you're from. Hello, Ellen from Ghana, Ellen Bannerman, old friends who we see here. So nice to see you. Come in, settle down as you get ready for us to share about our exciting offer today. Doreen, my own sister. Well, you know, we always have sisters from another mother. Hello, Doreen. Thank you so much for coming out to support us. Lovely to have you here. Okay, keep them coming, folks. Let us know where you are joining us from. Just so nice to see you all here today. Huh? Okay, you can either put it in the chat or you can put it in the Q&A. We can see all. Oh, Karen is joining us from New York. I hope it's not too easy. Welcome, welcome. Early, I meant, Karen. Welcome, Catherine from Ghana. Okay, good amount of folks joining us. We're also live on Facebook, so I hope if you know any friends who don't want to miss this, let them know they can join us on Facebook. Eh? Nadine in Ghana here as well. So all of you who are here in Ghana, welcome. Those joining us from further, you're also welcome. We'll take about 2 more minutes to have folks come in and settle down, and then we will begin the show. But really nice to have you all here. While folks are coming in, I think it's important I introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Taka Awori. I'm the founder and CEO of Busara Africa. And I'm going to invite my colleagues to also introduce themselves. Apolline, can you give us a wave so folks can see you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
nice to see you all. I'm Apolline. I'm the CEO of Busara Africa.
Yes, and Apolline has been our powerhouse behind this work. So later you will see a little bit more of Apolline. And then when we started, you heard a voice that you will also often hear along with me is Robert. Robert, are you able to at least give us a wave? Robert is joining us. He's part of our team here, but he's joining us all the way from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Hi, Robert.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Hi.
And then also part of our team, Jeffrey, welcome. Jeffrey was joining us. Jeffrey, where are you at? Jeffrey, are you in Kampala or are you in Nairobi? Jeffrey, welcome. Jay Rotich is joining us from Nairobi. So in addition to Robert and Apolline as part of the team, but also kind of in the background, we have Priscilla and Lydia, who have also contributed to making today what it is. Huh? So I think we will go ahead and get started. For those who are joining us, continue to introduce yourselves in the chat. But it's just to say really happy to see you all here today to share what we are really excited about. It's something that's being, Jeffrey, you're in Kampala, all good. Huh? It's something we've been talking about for a while. It's something that we've been cooking for a while, but it's also born out of our experience around what really works in terms of leadership development. Huh? As you were settling in, you saw some slides about Busara Africa, but for those of you who don't know us, Busara Africa is a Pan-African leadership development firm committed to strengthening the quality of leadership offered on this continent. So our passion is leadership on this continent. And our clientele, as you could see on the slideshow, range from a range of private sector companies, non-for-profits, and government organizations across the continent and globally. So that's who we are, and that's what we're committed to. Welcome Job from Nairobi and Prince from right here in Ghana. So I will go ahead and share my screen and really go through what our offering is. That's our journey of travel as well. I'll go through what the ALC is all about. And then Apolline will do a little demo for you, share her screen as well so you can see what does it actually feel like online. And then we'll open it up to questions and answers. And we hope by the end of it, you will be ready to sign up, schedule a call to finalize your enrollment in the process. Yeah. And feel free at any moment, if you have any questions or are unable to see anything, to just share in the chat so the team can support you on that. So confirm when you can see my screen. Huh? All good? Yeah. All right, so again, the African Leaders Circle, we're proud to launch it today. And what it is, it's an all-in-one leadership e-learning platform that gives you, if you're a leader or if you're an HR director or leader, gives your managers access to an exclusive community of leaders across the continent. So it's first community, as well as a wide range of strategies and tools to build the leadership skills to absolutely stand out. And so really, to begin with, what does this include? What does the ALC offer leaders to really enable them to stand out? The first is online courses. And we recognize that no matter what, it's important to have, and I think many of you will be aware, we had initially launched a set of online courses. So what we've done is we've brought those online courses onto this particular platform. But it's a set of online courses that give managers a wide range of self-paced. And this is a thing we found many times people, and I think since COVID, have recognized that learning is often about being self-paced. You do it at your own time. But what you will find about our online courses is that we focus on soft skills. Again, what we've realized is that if you're looking for the theory and in-depth concepts around academic concepts about leadership, then we often say, you know what, that might be better done at a business school, or if you're in Ghana, somewhere like GIMPA. But if you're interested in unpacking and addressing the nitty-gritty of what it means to lead other human beings, then speak to us. And what we have found is that many of the leaders that we're working with, what they're struggling with is not the conceptual understanding of leadership. It's not the theoretical frameworks of leadership. It's about how to take best practice, best principles, and put that into practice. It's the actual doing that they struggle with. And so our online courses are really designed to address that, particularly around what some call the soft skills, but many who know me increasingly call it the power skills to address pressing leadership challenges. So that's the first thing one would get when they're part of the community. Yeah? And when you become part of the community, the online courses that you will find already on the platform, there's one around strengthening work ethic and alignment with organizational values. This came out of working with many leaders who were so frustrated with direct reports who had a questionable work ethic, and they just didn't know how to get around that. There's another course around mastering emotions. Again, this is coming out of working with so many managers who find that they get very emotional when they have to have crucial conversations. Sometimes they get triggered by what happens in the workplace. They get very anxious. So this course really helps you master your emotions as you do the difficult work around leadership. There's another course on the imposter syndrome, again, recognizing that many people get promoted into these leadership positions and are wondering, do I really belong here? And then there's another one around managing competing priorities, recognizing that so often as managers, you have 1,000,000,001 things coming at you. So what are the techniques and tools for actually managing that? So those are some of the courses that are there now, but we should say that depending on demand, interest, each month we'll keep adding new online courses. Yeah, so that's one thing that you find when you get onto the platform as a member, online courses. The second thing you'll find are discussion forums. And again, this is coming out of our recognition that in the workshops that we have done, we have seen how much leaders value learning from other peers, almost asking others. First, it's when you're with other peers who are dealing with similar issues, there's a sense of, so I'm not alone in dealing with this issue. Then it's the ability to say, well, how did you deal with this, particularly in an African context? Because some things can be quite unique, and also recognizing that leading in Namibia versus leading in Nairobi versus leading in Gulu in Uganda might be quite different, but there may be similarities across the continent that might be quite different if you're leading in New York or if you're leading in Berlin or London. So what these discussion forums do is really provide a platform where you can have a conversation around specific topics. And when Apolline does her demo, you will be able to see it. Again, it's recognizing that many of us spend hours, guess what, on WhatsApp, chatting about a whole bunch of nothing. This time, it's the opportunity to be chatting, but about specific challenges you're facing. And when you get in there again, you'll see that already we've put in certain topics that you can have conversations around. We have topics around managing a difficult direct report, feeling undermined, how you deal with a difficult boss, how you deal with burnout. So when you're part of the platform, you immediately you can just join the group and start chatting. Or if you have a burning challenge you are facing, you can speak to one of our learning advisors, and then they can set up a particular discussion forum around that. But again, when Apolline does her demo, you can see how it works. So that's the second thing that you get, the second benefit you get when you join as a manager the platform and join this particular community. The third benefit you get are a whole range of tools and resources. These resources are checklists, strategies, templates, reading and movie recommendations, video recommendations, and many of the checklists and the tools we have are downloadable PDFs. So for instance, some of the ones you already find on the platform around how do you influence up? What is a nice checklist or a tool to help you better manage your boss or influence senior management? Another tool you'll find in there is around effective delegation. What are the do's and don'ts? There's another tool on there on how do you share an assistant if you have to share particular resources with folks. So again, this is something just like the online courses that will constantly keep adding to. This is something that will grow based on demand. But already there's a lot in there that one can use that's easy to consume. Again, because we find people don't have a lot of time to consume lots of stuff around leadership. They need it in bite-size information, bite-sized content. So those are the three key things. And then you will see when we do our pricing, you can be either an essential member or you can be a premium member. Now, if you're a premium member, you get access to these three things, but something else in addition. And the additional thing that you get are monthly live Q&As with myself, but I will also rope in other leadership experts. So that means beyond having the asynchronous discussion forums where you can chat with folks, the online courses, this is an opportunity to come together in community with other premium members to discuss critical leadership issues, and that will be monthly. And again, on the platform, you will see the one we're already planning for February. So that's what you get. And these are some of the benefits that would arise from being part of the community. So for us, what were we seeing? Why the ALC and why have we designed it this way? One, we have found that many leaders are interested in developing their leadership skills. And just by being on this call, I'm sure you're one of them, or you're managing as HR, a whole group of them, but people don't have a lot of time. So the way we've designed this is really to be responsive to busy leaders and managers. The second thing is we realize, again, post-COVID, what's happening in Ukraine, for many of our organizations and companies, training budgets have gotten smaller with how things have been quite tough. So we find that, again, people are interested, but they don't have huge amounts of money to do that. So again, this enables folks to have an affordable, efficient way of constantly learning with others around leadership. And finally, what we have found is that, and again, this was one of the reasons many of you know I wrote my book, is that folks are struggling with practical challenges that, again, are quite situational and unique to the African context, but we're not finding resources online that were speaking to this context. So I'm sure many of you know when you look at most leadership books, when you look at what's online, they're speaking to leadership as practiced in the global north. very little speaking to the African context and the unique challenges we have. So that was also a challenge, a key pressing problem that we were responding to. And finally, the why is we realize, as I said before, we have seen that many managers and leaders really appreciate learning from other peers. So they're not just learning from a so-called expert, but really asking first to recognize they're not alone, but really also asking others, so how did you handle this particular issue? Give me the practical tips on how to do that. So that's the why. This is how we are responding to what we have seen are the key challenges that many leaders have. So what do we do in the end? What will you walk away with? As you can imagine from what I've described, will you walk away with and feel you have a safe space to get support and for leaders to learn from each other? You have an insightful learning experience that uses a blended approach. You can see lots of different things. We're addressing your pressing leadership challenges. You've heard some of the topics we've talked about. Again, I emphasize, we really highlight this thing about micro-learning because people are busy. They want to know quickly, how do I deal with this specific challenge? So the information we package is short and concise. And again, as I've said, I keep saying this, we speak to the African context, the kinds of unique leadership challenges that one faces. One thing I haven't mentioned that I think it's important to emphasize at this point is the other thing you get is we provide learning support and follow-up to ensure you stay engaged and active. So how do we do this? As soon as you sign in and join our community, you're immediately assigned a learning advisor. That learning advisor would introduce you to the platform, because I know sometimes it'd be like, ooh, do I understand this platform? Apolline will take you through it. But initially when you get on it, you might be like, So it just needs someone to walk you through the platform so that you know how to get comfortable with it. But it goes further. Your learning advisor will also explore with you what are some of the learning objectives you have. What are some of the leadership challenges you have? And then can point out, there's a good tool here. There's a good checklist you may use for that. Or there's a good discussion forum happening. Or you should try this particular platform. So the value of your learning advisor is also to point out to you where the resources are on the platform. But also we know the reality. We've learned from many companies who've subscribed to very expensive online platforms only to find that their staff don't even use the platforms. So how do we deal with this? We find, again, when people get so busy and even forget that their company has subscribed them to a particular platform, or they themselves have paid for the platform, your learning advisor, if you've not been on the platform for a while, if you've not been engaging for a while, will call and check in to say, oh, Rita, how is it going? We haven't heard from you a while. Is everything okay? How can we support you to stay engaged and continue with your money to ensure that you stay engaged and continue with your learning to ensure that you get value for money, yeah? So that's the additional support. And for those of you who are serving as either HR managers or directors and are bringing in a number of people, a number of your managers for your company to this program, what we will do in addition is provide you with analytics to be able to say, oh, so-and-so has been very active, or so-and-so hasn't been active as much. This is sometimes the accountability tool to ensure that people are using the platform well, given that their company has sponsored them to be on it. So I'm going to finish up. I saw somebody's hand up. In a minute, when we finish, we'll do a demo and then we'll take Q&A. So please do bear with me. Yeah? So I know some of you are thinking, so Taka, how much is this amazing thing going to cost? So as I mentioned earlier, we have two different packages depending on your objectives and budget. So we have the essential package with a monthly cost of $100 per manager. And this provides them with access to the discussion forum, which I talked about on specific topics, the online courses, and the tools and resources, yeah? Then you have the premium membership, which provides an additional support of the monthly live Q&A. We're calling it the Leaders Inner Circle. So that's the standard pricing. However, and please note all prices are tax exclusive. However, we are considering you our first founding cohort. So for our founding cohort, we have a discount where for the essential membership, per month, it would be $69. And what we tend to advise, we advise that you do at least a minimum 6 months to get real value. You can stay on much longer, but at least subscribe for 6 months, at least get 6-month membership, yeah? And then for premium, we would be discounted from $120 to $99 a month. So if this sounds interesting to you, please don't wait. Robert and Priscilla and Lydia are going to put a link in the chat, because what are the next steps? How do you move forward? We're now opening for enrollment, which for the founding cohort, we opened the doors for everyone in January, but now is when we're opening enrollment. We will close enrollment at the end of December. So the next step will be to schedule a call to finalize your enrollment. And so in the chat, you will see very soon a Google form. Just put in your details and one of my team will call you to finalize. Is it just for you alone? Is it a number of you? How can we do the payment? As soon as we're done with that, finalizing your enrollment, you get an email with your login details, connecting you with your learning advisor. And then your learning advisor meets up with you, again, as I mentioned before, to understand what your needs are, take you through the platform. That way you're all ready to go when we open the doors in January. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and invite Apolline to do a short demo, so you can actually see what the platform looks like. And then after that, we'll take all your questions that you have. And you can see, folks, don't waste time. You can see Priscilla has put the link in the chat. So just click on that link so that you can immediately sign up for schedule a call for one of my colleagues, one of our team members, to call you to finalize your enrollment. But I'll stop talking now and hand over to you. Nadia, sorry, we'll work on the permissions. Apologies, we're working on the permissions. Lydia and we had tested it before. It's so interesting. All right, so we'll work on that. We will sort out the permissions. Please give us 1 second. But while we're doing that, thank you all. We realize it needs permission. We'll sort that in 2 minutes and let you know when that's working. But in the meantime, let me hand over to you, Apolline.
Good afternoon again, everybody. So I am going to take you on a tour of the African Leaders Circle. So get ready because this is going to be amazing. So once you select your managers to participate in the program, they will receive an email with a link to create an account. As soon as they create an account, they will log in and jump into the heart of this platform. So when your managers first access the dashboard, they will find the following features. So the home page here is the go-to place to stay up to date about what is happening. Each member is free to sort out and reorganize information in a way that suits them best. So the home page makes it easy to access the information they are looking at. They are looking for at a glance. Then let's move to the discovery page. The discovery page includes a welcome checklist that will take your managers through the main features of the platform. By clicking on introduce yourself, your managers are offered the opportunity to share their details so that other members get to know them. They are free to add anything about themselves, as you can see here. This is a community platform, so you will receive notification about what's going on here. But not to worry, you just have to click here on adjust your notifications to customize your notifications. Let's now move to the members page here. The members page will enable you to see the list of current members. So if you want to connect with other members, all you need to do is to move the cursor to the bottom right corner and click on chat. This will open a private inbox between you and the other member. So here. Let's now move to the About page here. The About page provides a short description of what the ILC is. So the interesting thing about this page is that it has been designed to give you an instant snapshot of our amazing team of hosts and moderators. So if you need help, you can easily reach out to us. We are here for you. Let's now move to the topics page. So as Taaka mentioned earlier, the topics page is where we keep our tools and resources. So in this section, you will find insightful and straight to the point checklists, strategies, templates, reading and movie recommendations. So most of the content we share here is downloadable. And to access the available content, you simply have to click on the topic that arouses your curiosity. So for instance, influencing up, things you should know. You click here and you can download the PDF. You have access to the tool. And you can also share your thoughts about our tool here, right under the post. Let's now move to the events page. The events page provides the list of the next events we will be holding. So all events will be held virtually on Zoom. So you simply have to click on the events you are interested in to learn more about it. So as Taaka said earlier, events are for premium members only. So you can let us know if you are joining, and you can also add the invite to your own calendar. Let's now move to the groups page. So the groups page provides a discussion forum for members to learn from each other around specific topics. So you are free to join the conversation by simply clicking on the topic you are interested in and comment in the chat. So if you're interested in this topic, filling in the mind, you just have to click on it and share what's on your mind. So this is really a safe space to share and learn from each other. Let's now move to the courses page. The courses page gives you access to our list of online courses. So the principle is always the same. You just have to click on the course you are interested in order to access the content. So if you are interested in mastering emotions, you just have to click here. Courses are always made of an introduction video, several sessions, and at the end of the course, a downloadable PDF to reflect on the course. So sessions can be video, screencast, or PDF. One post is equivalent to a session. So that means that you have to scroll down until the bottom of the page to finish the course. And you can see that under each session is a box where you can share your thoughts and add your comments. And as I said, at the end of the course, you have a handout that you can download with questions to reflect on your situation and to reflect on the course. So that's it. What do you think? Did I exaggerate when I said that this is going to be awesome?
Oh, thank you, Apolline. Brilliant, brilliant. All right, folks. So that's it from us in terms of what we wanted to share with you. So the floor is open for questions. Feel free to put your questions in the chat in case we can't hear from everyone. And again, this is the time. The link is now working. Apologies for that. Please make sure you try out the link. Let us know if you're having any challenges with that. But, you know, don't waste time. Go ahead and schedule a call so we finalize your enrollment. So I already have a question. I see from, I saw a hand up. Who did I see whose hand is up? Clementina, go right ahead. Clementina, you can unmute and pose your question. And other folks, feel free to put your, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. Clementina, are you able to hear us? Maybe she's unable to hear us. Okay. Anyone else has any questions? Good, I'm seeing. Okay, Doris, welcome. I'm glad you are able to connect. Any other questions? I'm also checking the Q&A to see if there are any questions there. So Nadine is asking, how are the topics from the courses determined? So the courses we currently have come up with have actually come from what we've seen people have cracked their heads against. So it's coming from our experience. We have a lineup of other courses ready to upload, but if you find that you have a certain number of topics, Nadine, that you would really want covered, please speak to the learning advisor. You can see our topics are quite specific. So we're open, we're responsive. Our idea is that the kind of courses we have should be responsive to the kinds of challenges that folks are dealing with. Yeah. So I hope that answers your questions. Kadiatu, how will this be different from other? Good, I like that question. How will this be different from other resources that can be found on the internet? There are two ways. What I have seen, Kadiatu, is that many of the resources on the internet really speak to the workplace in a northern context. And they don't speak to some of the issues that we deal with on the African continent. So let me give you a very concrete example. For many of us, our workplaces are almost like an extension of family. Not all the workplaces on this continent, but many. So on one hand, that can be a very positive thing in terms of people may call line manager or senior people, auntie, ma, boss. But what the challenge can be sometimes is around accountability. And how do you hold people accountable? So those might be some of the things that we're saying, let's see how to tackle that in this context. Another thing I've seen is that we have a different relationship with time on this continent. So again, when I look on the internet, I don't see as much about how, as a manager, you get people to be super responsive to deadlines, appearing to work on time, all of that. Those are the kinds of issues that we deal with. So that's one. We're really speaking to the African context in all its diversity. The second thing is that what you might not find on the content online is an ability to chat with other leaders. So this platform, this community is really that. We don't want you to just see it as an e-learning platform. We hope you actually see it as a community of leaders who are seeking to lead differently on this continent. So that's another thing that is quite different. Is now with this one, you get to learn with others in terms of how they do things differently. Kadiatu, so thank you for that good question. I hope that answers that, yeah? Others, I'm checking the questions. Let's see if there are any other questions coming up. So I've seen Kahaso. Does any of the content on the platform link back to your book? Most certainly. So you will see, in fact, that some of the new content that we'll be adding on will come straight from some of the things I've been sharing on the book. So most certainly connections to the book will definitely be there. For those of you who are wondering about the book, if you haven't gotten one, make sure you get yourself a copy. So thank you for that, Kahaso. Nadine is asking, can one upgrade from the essential to the premium package? Yes, indeed, at any point. So for instance, let's say you've been on the essential package, and then you can see on the platform that a really juicy conversation is going to happen as part of the monthly inner leaders circle. You might be like, this one I don't want to miss. I want to hear what other leaders are saying. I want to hear what Taka has to say and whatever guest she's bringing in. You contact your learning advisor and immediately we can support you to upgrade. So yes, indeed. And Zoa is asking, can your presentation on the ALC be shared on our email and maybe more details on the course shared as well? Yes, indeed. So there are a couple of things we'll share with you and Zoa. We will share with you, because when you registered, you gave us your email address. We'll share with you the recording of this particular session. We'll share with you, we have a video on the, a video that does the demo. That's exactly the demo that you saw Apolline doing. We have a video for that. And so we'll be able to actually be able to share that with you as well, to share that out. Again, as I mentioned before, if I haven't, I think it's important for those who are thinking about this from a corporate or organizational perspective, the role of the learning advisor. Again, the learning advisors are the ones who don't only help you upgrade or help you stay engaged, but the learning advisors are also the ones who ensure, if you're doing this from an organizational perspective and you're sponsoring a number of managers to be on, that we're sharing with you analytics. We're keeping you updated on how your folks are doing, Clementina, is this the first time this is being launched in Africa? Oh, yes, indeed. I don't know of any other program like this, so I believe, I don't know of any other one. Tell me if I'm wrong, Emmanuel, sorry, I'm going to finish with the Q&As and come to the chat. Emmanuel is asking me, how would you deal with sector and industry specific leader? Oh, interesting. Oh, I love this. Emmanuel is asking, how would you deal with sector and industry specific leadership issues? Wonderful. So let's say you're in the banking sector or you're in public service in the public sector and you're realizing, these my folks in corporates and NGOs are not getting the kinds of challenges I'm dealing with in the public sector. What you can do is create, with the support of your learning advisor, create a discussion forum that deals specifically with some of the issues you're contending within your sector. So yes, there's room for content-specific conversations related to issues around specific sectors, to register as a cohort, I missed the link. Okay, can we continue to also put in, can we put the link in again to register? Geruto missed that. Let's put in the Google link in. And what you're doing with that link is you're scheduling a call for one of my team members to arrange to have a conversation with you to finalize, In a minute, I'm going to invite Robert to come in with some other additions, but I'm now moving to the chat where I'm looking at the question, Doris. Is there a possibility of jointly working together to lobby for support with others? I need to understand this, Doris. So in a minute, I may invite you to speak, but I'm coming quick. How do you manage content from various managers, especially in forum? I imagine the audience will be diverse. And oh, yes. So I should emphasize that the conversations in the discussion forums will be facilitated, or sometimes call it curated. So one of the Busara team members will be following the conversations just to make sure there is a flow. Let's say somebody poses a question and somebody hasn't quite answered it. We'll make sure that flow is coming in. Because as we said, there will be diverse values, you're very right, and opinions. So we will be there to really make sure those conversations are value add and are also respectful. Okay. Robert, do you want to come in to add in some things?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am excited about this platform. I don't know about you. I am super excited, and I'm looking forward to engaging and learning and bringing more resources and supporting. I think that the question around how do we provide specific field, we would continue to do research and provide you with specific resources on fields. So if you're from the NGO field and you are not finding what you want, just call your learning advisor. The learning advisor will create some resources for you that will help you. If you have a question that is not clear, our resource persons and moderators will find you some support. So this is a platform that is creating the resources that you need in whatever field you are in. And always we mention the African context, because there are resources outside that will provide you some general and European or American context, but this is purely African context. And this is prestigious. And that's what I like about this. I am looking at a day where I say I am an ALC alumni, and enjoying it and sharing experiences with others. So I'm looking forward to meeting you on the platform. Please sign up and let's share learning, let's share experiences, and it'll be nice to meet you. Thank you, Tafa, for the opportunity.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. You will see, thanks, Robert. I've given, Doris, I hope you're there. I have given you permission, unmuted you. Please unmute yourself as well, because I want to better understand your question. You had written, is there a possibility of jointly working together to lobby for support with others? And I want to see if I understand it. So if you don't mind, Doris, please unmute. Aha. Go ahead, Doris. Please explain your question.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for this initiative, and I'm really grateful to be part of the participants. Yes, my question specifically, I was meaning I know that various stakeholders and various participants in different categories are participating in this. I was inquiring because some are leaders of NGOs and partners, others are leaders of CSOs and any other organizations within the various countries that we come from. And we know with NGOs or with development partners, there are other challenges that one partner might.
Oh dear, we lost you. Doris, we lost you. Is it just me who can't hear Doris? Apolline, Robert, can you hear Doris?
No, I think she dropped off.
Okay.
Like the internet is here.
Yeah, this is a regular challenges we face. But if I'm beginning to catch Doris's question, Doris, about how can we come together to see if we can get funding or support for this? Doris, what I can suggest is please schedule a call. You will see in the Google document where you schedule a call, there is a place at the end where you can write comments. So there, I can see she's even dropped. There you can put in some more details about your question, and then we can make sure in our call we respond to how we can think through. You're able to ensure that a group of you can participate in this program. Yeah. So folks, any more questions before we wind up? I'm so honored that so many of you could join us today. Again, we will share the slides as well. I think somebody was also asking for the slides. So we'll share as much information. But if there's even further information, just either way, just schedule a call so that we can provide all the information that you need in order to sign up and be part of this amazing community. So my team, is there anything I need to add? Is there anything? Let's put in the link one more time. So if anyone missed it, other than that, I think we're going to call it. I see there's one new message. Yes, the link is in there. Let me see. Is there any question I didn't miss? I think we got it. All right. So really, I think all we can say now is thank you for joining us for this session. We look forward to continued conversation, but more importantly, we look forward to having you as our founding members of the African Leaders Circle. So thank you again for coming. Okay, Samuel, we'll note at your side. I hope when you registered, that was the email you gave. If not, schedule the thing and then we'll make sure that we get you all the documents. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining and looking forward to seeing you all again. Look forward to seeing you as part of the African Leaders Circle. Take care. Bye.